Taekwondo has taught me not only self-defense, but also lessons and teachings. I've been taught about family, school, and life in the present as well as the future. When you first think of Taekwondo, you think the sport is physically challenging and overall gory. Once you get deeper into the sport, you don't only make friends, but you make family and you learn how to work together. To some people, Taekwondo isn't the first thought for a sport that comes to mind. I'm glad I've kept up for this long because of the confidence and responsibility this sport has brought to my everyday life.
Taekwondo, publicly known as a fierce sport, has taught me countless life lessons that I will forever remember. From training and remembering forms to learning FFFF, Family First, Foundation Forever, Taekwondo has not only become an after-school extracurricular, but a way of life that has improved my life and many others for the better. It made me stronger, more confident, and most importantly, an independent leader. I hope to continue these morals throughout my teenage years and to adulthood.
It has allowed me to grow as a person while also giving back to the community and the people who have helped me along the way. My parents, instructors, and friends, thank you. All the extra classes and lectures, albeit lengthy and tedious, have taught me so many things. Everything I have learned has helped me in my everyday life. Over the years of practice, week after week, competing at tournaments, and attending promotion tests, at the end of the day, I would feel proud that all my invested time and effort had paid off. Taekwondo has grown from something I would do as a chore to one of the most important parts of my life. All the time spent here so far have been priceless, and there is still so much more to go. And after 7 years, I am able to achieve my second Dan black belt and make people proud that my work put in hasn't gone to waste.
From an intern from a naive toddler to a shrewd adult, there's always something that defines us from one another. For me, that's martial arts. This may be an exaggerated travesty of how martial arts completely changed me, or how it's going to be omnipresent through the rest of my life, but that isn't pragmatic. This doesn't imply that martial arts is pointless or worthless sport, or that I think it is. It's quite the opposite from that. Martial arts has magnificent virtues, and in turn teaches us how to transform our passion and channel our energy into something productive and worthwhile. It tells chronic lessons that we take with us as we grow up, allowing us to achieve as well as spread happiness to others. Most importantly, martial arts is a sanctuary for many of us. While we can't be friends with everyone in the world, martial arts connects us all in a certain way, regardless of our disparities in rank or personalities. As we help each other ideally become what we want to be as a martial artist, we make bonds with each other, which eventually, as we age, transform our support for one another from a martial artist to the general world.
When I was an 8-year-old stepping into the studio for the first time, I remember one feeling: fear. I had feared the monstrous-looking black belts, the sweaty, odorous sparring gear, and the inevitable thought of getting beat up. Most of all, I had feared the thought of my future here, for how was I, the most timid, gentle girl in my 3rd grade class, ever going to fit in a place like Hung Vuong? However, 6 years later, it is incredible to believe that Taekwondo now represents one of the basic fundamentals of who I am today. While I am truly describing my progression from white belt to second Dan black belt, my 6-year journey here portrays the story of my transition from a nerve-wracking introvert to a confident, self-disciplined powerhouse of a martial artist. Ever since I was a white belt, I have been drawn to the competitive aspect of Taekwondo, and soon enough, this strong passion has motivated me to compete locally, statewide, and even nationally. While achieving first place in a division of 40 or more competitors may be something I can merely dream of, simply the ambiance of stepping on the competition mat not only builds the foundation of a well-rounded martial artist, but also allows one to gain skills and obtain memories that stick with them for a lifetime. Thank you, Grandmaster, Masters, and instructors for your non-stop support along this amazing journey.
Taekwondo has given me many opportunities to experience new and exciting things. One of my favorite experiences was when I was given the chance to visit and train in South Korea for 2 weeks during the summer of 2016. Through the hardships of training, I was able to make lasting friendships with the people that I met on this trip. It's amazing how one sport can create strong connections between people.
Over my years at Hung Vuong Institute, the sport of Taekwondo has allowed me to create strong friendships and unforgettable memories, while also helping me grow mentally and physically. My family, Grandmaster, Master Mary, Master Tommy, Instructor Franklin, and many of my fellow instructors have succeeded in helping me achieve the studio's goal of cultivating my intellect and mastering martial arts. Without their constant support, I wouldn't have been able to reach one of my many goals in my Taekwondo journey, which is receiving my second degree. As I progress through my journey as a black belt, I will continue to improve the techniques and skills taught to me in my daily life.
I first joined Hung Vuong with an eagerness to learn how to do flashy kicks, punches, and everything in between. After numerous years in the sport and obtaining the rank of black belt, I've gained much more than the knowledge to kick and punch correctly. I learned self-confidence, self-defense without fighting, family first, foundation forever, smiling in the morning, and many more concepts that I would have never learned without Hung Vuong. Taekwondo has allowed me to open up and establish long-lasting friendships with amazing people. I would be a whole different person without the support of my grandmaster, masters, instructors, fellow peers, and family.
Now a black belt for a little over a year, I've had enough time to get a feeling of what it is like to be a black belt. One of the toughest things to realize once you reach the black belt rank is that it's only just getting started. Even with 6+ years under my belt, I had to learn that there's a whole other world to martial arts. At Hung Vuong Institute, we are not taught to fight with our fist, but with our voice, body language, facial expressions, and overall attitude. Just like how we make the decision to not fight with our hands and feet, I had to make a decision on what I wanted to focus on as a black belt, whether it be instructing classes, competing, or refereeing at tournaments. Going from a color belt to a black belt, almost everything changes. The competition gets harder, responsibility falls upon you and your fellow black belts to be instructors and role models, and you're asked to give back to the martial arts community. One thing that doesn't change, however, is the bond that you make with each and every one of your fellow brothers and sisters, instructors and masters. Although we may be taking completely different paths from each other, I can say that I will never forget the bond I created and strengthened with everyone at Hung Vuong Institute. Without the guidance and support of my friends, family, instructors, and masters, I would not be the person that I am today.
Throughout my journey of becoming a second-degree black belt, I've become familiar with the joys and difficulties of teaching as an instructor and the importance of reviewing even the most basic of techniques. From white belts to brown belts, I've had a blast helping out and giving advice to those I have had the chance to instruct. As I teach, I'm reminded of the many hours I spent as a color belt, doing endless squats, learning forms, and connecting with others. Looking back on my journey, I can see how much I've grown, from a shy, introverted white belt to a color belt engrossed in local tournaments and competitions. And finally, an instructor that can pass down knowledge. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today without the help of my parents, instructors, and fellow classmates.
For the last few years, being at Hung Vuong has taught me many things, from the actual sport to things about nutrition and health that have been very beneficial to me. Along the way, I also encountered a lot of people whom I've gotten to know and become very close friends with. It's been a pleasure both learning from my instructors and masters and teaching others what I know. My experience here at Hung Vuong has been a major part of how I became who I am now. Now that I'm a second-degree black belt, I'm very grateful for everyone who has supported me thus far, and I'm also looking forward to the future for more memories to come.